Elijah Brooks stepped into the bustling terminal of Dubai International Airport, his worn-out trench coat slung over his arm. Flight 88X, bound for New York, was boarding at Gate 17, its departure board glowing green. Elijah, a 38-year-old Black American CEO, adjusted his glasses, his simple navy sweater and jeans blending into the crowd. His weathered leather satchel held his laptop and a photo of his late sister, Amara, whose memory drove his every ambition. As a scholarship kid who'd built a tech empire, he carried the weight of his journey quietly. The first-class line moved swiftly, filled with tailored suits and designer bags. Elijah presented his boarding pass to the gate agent, a young man named Aisha, whose badge read Kareem. Aisha's smile faded as he scanned the pass, his eyes flickering over Elijah's casual attire. "Sir, this is for first class," he said, his tone skeptical. Elijah nodded, handing over his ID. "That's correct. Seat 1A. Whispers rippled through nearby passengers, their eyes lingering on Elijah, an outsider in their elite enclave. Kareem hesitated, tapping his tablet with unnecessary force. "There's a glitch, sir. Please step aside for verification." Elijah's heart sank, recognizing a familiar sting of assumption. He complied, but his fingers brushed the satchel where a USB drive held secrets that could shake industries. Secrets he'd uncovered that morning. As he waited, a teenage girl nearby at Cloud Chaser X began live streaming, her phone capturing the moment. "This guy's getting profiled at the gate," she typed, her post igniting the first spark of a storm. Elijah settled into seat 1A, the plush leather a stark contrast to the scrutiny he'd faced. The first-class cabin of Horizon Airways buzzed with quiet privilege, passengers sipping champagne pre-takeoff. Elijah opened his laptop, reviewing encrypted files from his company, Brooks Tech, a $3 billion AI firm. His focus broke when flight attendant Layla Hassan approached, her smile tight. "Sir, you're in the wrong section," she said, her voice carrying across the cabin. Elijah produced his boarding pass and ID, his voice calm. "First class, seat 1A, purchased a month ago." Layla's eyes narrowed, scanning the documents like they were forgeries. "This doesn't add up," she said, tapping her tablet. "Our system shows an economy ticket." Passengers turned, some recording, including at Cloud Chaser X, whose live stream now had 200 viewers. "They're trying to kick him out of first class," she narrated, her hashtag Horizon bias trending. A white businessman in 2B, Mr. Carver, leaned over. "Son, just take your real seat. No need for drama." Elijah's jaw tightened, but he kept his composure, pulling out his Platinum Horizon status card, 500,000 miles flown. Layla dismissed it. "Those can be faked, sir. Please move to coach." Elijah's satchel felt heavier, the USB inside a reminder of the stakes beyond this seat. He began recording on his phone, documenting every word, sensing this was more than a mistake. Captain Omar Khalid emerged from the cockpit, his presence commanding. At 55, his silver beard and crisp uniform exuded authority. "What's the issue?" he asked Layla, ignoring Elijah. "This passenger's in the wrong seat and won't move," she replied, her tone implying Elijah was a troublemaker. Omar glanced at Elijah's attire, his assessment swift. "Sir, we need to depart. Take your assigned seat in coach." Elijah held up his boarding pass, ID, and status card, his voice steady. "I'm in my correct seat, Captain. I've flown 500,000 miles with Horizon. Check your system." Omar waved the documents away. "I've seen scams before. Layla, call security." The cabin tensed, passengers murmuring. Cloud Chaser Darwar Jiao X's live stream hit 500 viewers, her caption reading, "This is straight-up racism, Horizon bias. A woman in 3A, doctor, Noor Ali began recording, her face troubled. Elijah's phone buzzed, a text from his COO, Lena. Board meeting urgent. Data breach confirmed. His heart raced. The USB in his satchel contained evidence of Horizon's involvement in a data selling scheme, uncovered by Brooks Tech's AI. This wasn't just about a seat. Someone wanted him off this plane. He spoke clearly, still recording, "It's 3:12 p.m., Flight 88X. I'm being removed from my paid first-class seat despite valid documentation." The cabin's eyes were on him, and the adventure was just beginning. Two security officers, Faisal and Maria, approached the aircraft. Faisal, a seasoned guard, examined Elijah's documents carefully. "This shows first class. Seat 1A, he said, looking at Layla. She crossed her arms. "It's a glitch. He's trying to scam an upgrade." Maria, newer to the job, hesitated, sensing the tension. "Sir, can you step off the plane for verification?" she asked respectfully. Elijah stood, satchel in hand, his calm masking a storm of emotions. Amara's photo inside the bag grounded him. She died young, her dream of equality fueling his rise. As he walked down the jet bridge, passengers watched, some sympathetic, others dismissive. Dr. Noor followed, her phone still recording. "This is wrong," she said to Faisal. "He showed everything." Cloud Chaser X's live stream now had 1,000 viewers, her comments flooding with outrage. "Horizon's done! Why duck justice for Elijah?" At the gate, ground supervisor Aisha Malik awaited, her expression stern. She reviewed Elijah's documents with exaggerated scrutiny. "Mr. Brooks, your behavior's disruptive. Take a coach seat, or leave the airport." Elijah's eyes met hers. "What behavior? Sitting in my paid seat?" His phone buzzed again. "Lena. They're erasing evidence. Get here now." The USB's weight felt like a bomb, and Elijah knew this was no coincidence. Someone powerful wanted him grounded. Elijah's calm refusal to move ignited the internet. Cloud Chaser X's live stream hit 2,000 viewers, her hashtag Horizon Bias trending globally. She zoomed in on Elijah, standing resolute at the gate, his satchel clutched tightly. "This man's being humiliated for existing," she typed. Comments poured in. "Sue them! Record everything!" A news outlet, Gulf Times, picked up the story, tweeting, "Y'all, Black passenger denied first-class seat on Horizon Flight 88X. Discrimination?" On the plane, Dr. Noor rallied passengers. "He showed his boarding pass. Why is he being targeted?" Mr. Carver scoffed, but others nodded, some sharing their own stories of bias on Horizon flights. A young man in 4C posted a video on TikTok, captioning it, "Horizon's profiling Black passengers." Elijah Brooks. The gate area grew crowded, passengers delaying boarding to watch. Elijah's phone recorded it all, his voice steady. "This is about more than a seat. It's about dignity." Aisha's radio crackled. "Supervisor Malik, contact headquarters." Priority 1. She ignored it, her eyes locked on Elijah. "Last chance, Mr. Brooks. Coach or nothing." Elijah made a call, his voice low. "Lena, activate the backup." "They're stalling me." He hung up, sensing eyes on him, not just passengers, but a man in a suit lingering nearby, his phone angled oddly. The USB's secrets burned in his satchel, and the adventure was turning dangerous. Elijah's call to Lena confirmed his suspicions. Brooks Tech's AI had uncovered Horizon's role in selling passenger data to a shadowy consortium linked to political manipulation. The USB held proof, emails, financial trails, even names of Horizon executives. Elijah's flight to New York was to present this to a UN cybersecurity panel, a move that could cripple Horizon's empire. Someone had flagged his ticket, desperate to keep him off the plane. At the gate, Aisha's demeanor shifted as her radio crackled again. "Malik, stand down. CEO's orders." She paled, but doubled down. "Mr. Brooks, you're banned from this flight." Faisal stepped forward, skeptical. "Ma'am, his documents are valid. Why the ban?" Aisha snapped. "My authority." Dr. Noor, now at the gate, challenged her. "Authority to discriminate?" Cloud Chaser X's live stream hit 5,000 viewers, her feed flooded with calls for boycotts. Elijah noticed the man in the suit slip away, his phone call urgent. His heart pounded. Horizon wasn't just biased, they were protecting a secret. He texted Lena. "They know. Secure the data." As security escorted him to a holding area, he clutched his satchel, Amara's photo a talisman. The fight for his seat was now a fight for truth, and Elijah was ready to risk everything. In the holding area, Elijah met Dr. Noor, who'd followed him off the plane. A cybersecurity professor, she recognized Elijah from a Brooks Tech keynote. "You're the AI pioneer," she said, her eyes wide. "This isn't random, is it?" Elijah hesitated, then confided. "I have evidence Horizon's selling data illegally. They want me grounded." Noor nodded, pulling out her laptop. "I can help. Let's back up your files." They worked quickly, encrypting the USB's data to a secure cloud server. Cloud Chaser, Gex, now at the gate, live-streamed the holding area's door, her 10,000 viewers demanding Elijah's release. "He's a VIP, and they're treating him like a criminal," she typed. A Horizon employee, Jamal, a baggage handler, slipped Elijah a note. "I've seen this before. They target people who threaten the board. Stay strong." Elijah's phone buzzed. Lena. "Data's safe, but they're hacking our servers." His blood ran cold. Horizon's reach was deeper than he'd thought. Noor's laptop pinged. A trace of the suit-clad man's phone linked to a Horizon board member. "This is a setup," she whispered. Elijah's resolve hardened. He wasn't just fighting for a seat. He was fighting a machine that silenced truth. The adventure was now a conspiracy thriller. Aisha returned, flanked by a Horizon executive, Mr. Reza, whose polished suit screamed boardroom power. "Mr. Brooks, we're offering a full refund and a later flight," Reza said, his smile forced. Elijah saw through it, a bribe to keep him quiet. "I'm not leaving," he replied. "Check my ticket." Seat 1A. Reza's eyes flickered to Elijah's satchel, a telltale sign he knew its contents. Cloud Chaser X's live stream captured Reza's unease, her 15,000 viewers amplifying the drama. "This guy's nervous," she typed. Dr. Noor, still with Elijah, recorded the exchange, her laptop open to a hacked Horizon email. Reza ordering staff to neutralize Elijah's travel. "You're protecting a data scandal," Elijah said, his voice low but firm. Reza laughed, unconvincing. "You're paranoid, Mr. Brooks." Faisal, the security officer, intervened. "Sir, I've checked the system. His ticket's valid. Why the push?" Reza snapped. "Stay out of this." But Faisal's doubt grew, his loyalty to protocol outweighing Reza's pressure. Elijah's phone buzzed. A news alert. Horizon Airways stock dips amid passenger dispute. The gate crowd swelled, passengers chanting, "Let him board!" The USB's secrets were a ticking bomb, and Elijah was its detonator. Jamal, the baggage handler, slipped into the holding area, his eyes darting. "I've got something," he whispered, handing Elijah a flash drive. "It's from the cargo logs. Horizon's shipping encrypted servers to offshore accounts. It's tied to your data thing." Elijah's heart raced. Jamal was risking his job, maybe more. "Why help me?" Elijah asked. Jamal's voice cracked. "They fired my brother for speaking out. You're our chance." Dr. Noor backed up Jamal's drive, her fingers flying. The logs showed Horizon's board profiting from data sales, implicating global players. Cloud Chaser X's livestream hit 20,000 viewers, her feed now joined by major outlets like BBC and Al Jazeera. Elijah Brooks is exposing Horizon's corruption, Gulf Times tweeted. The holding area's door rattled, security sent by Reza, demanding entry. Elijah hid the drives in his satchel, Amara's photo steadying him. "Jamal, get out of here," he urged. Jamal nodded, slipping away as security burst in. Maria, the younger guard, hesitated, her eyes conflicted. "Sir, they're saying you're a threat," she said. Elijah met her gaze. "I'm a passenger with a ticket. The threat's in that boardroom." The adventure was now a race to protect the truth, and Elijah was running out of time. The terminal transformed into a protest zone, passengers refusing to board until Elijah was reinstated. Dr. Noor live-streamed from the holding area, showing Elijah's calm resolve. Cloud Chaser X's feed hit 50,000 viewers. Her hashtags are Elijah, Brooks, and RGR Horizon Bias trending worldwide. "This man's a hero," she typed, sharing Elijah's Brooks Tech bio. "CEO, AI innovator, $3 billion empire." The crowd gasped, realizing who he was. Reza's phone rang, Horizon's CEO, Nadia Farouk, demanding answers. "Fix this, Reza!" her voice echoed through his speaker. Elijah seized the moment, addressing the crowd. "I'm Elijah Brooks, and Horizon's trying to silence me because I uncovered their data crimes." Phones recorded every word. The terminal a sea of flashing screens. Aisha's face paled, her authority crumbling under public scrutiny. Elijah's satchel buzzed. His smartwatch, linked to Brooks Tech's servers, showed a hacking attempt blocked. Lena texted, "They're desperate. UN panels watching your stream. The USB and Jamal's drive were now global stakes, and Elijah's fight was bigger than a seat." As security moved to restrain him, Dr. Noor blocked them, shouting, "He's innocent!" The crowd roared, and Elijah knew he had to act fast. Nadia Farouk appeared on a video call, her face projected on a gate screen for all to see. "Mr. Brooks, we apologize for the error. Please, board," she said, her voice strained. Elijah didn't budge. "This isn't an error. It's a cover-up. You're bored selling passenger data." The crowd gasped at Cloud Chaser X's live stream hitting 100,000 viewers. "He's exposing a scandal," she typed, her feed crashing from traffic. Reza tried to intervene, but Faisal stopped him. "Let him speak," Faisal said, his loyalty shifting. Elijah pulled out his tablet, sharing a Brooks Tech analysis. Horizon's data sales linked to voter manipulation in 3 countries. Nadia's composure cracked. "That's baseless," she snapped. But Dr. Noor, now beside Elijah, displayed Jamal's cargo logs corroborating the evidence. The terminal fell silent, the truth undeniable. Elijah's phone buzzed. A UN official. "We're watching. Present your evidence in NY." He addressed Nadia. "Step down or I'll release everything." The crowd chanted, "Justice for Elijah!" Nadia's screen went dark, her call cut off. Reza fled the gate, his phone ringing frantically. The USB's secrets were out, and Elijah's adventure was now a global reckoning. Security moved to detain Elijah, but Faisal and Maria blocked them. "He's not the criminal," Faisal said, his voice firm. Dr. Noor rallied the crowd, forming a human barrier. Cloud Chaser EX live-streamed the chaos, her 200,000 viewers calling for boycotts. "Horizon's finished," she typed. Elijah slipped Jamal's drive into his sock, the USB still in his satchel, knowing he had to reach New York. A private jet landed nearby. Brooks Tech's, sent by Lena. "Get to the tarmac," she texted. Elijah, Noor, and Faisal dodged security, sprinting through a service corridor. The terminal's alarms blared, Horizon's board desperate to stop him. Maria stayed behind, distracting guards with false reports. "Go!" she shouted, her eyes fierce. Elijah's heart pounded, Amara's photo urging him forward. They reached the tarmac, the jet's door open. A Horizon security van sped toward them, but passengers blocked its path, chanting Elijah's name. Cloud Chaser X captured it all, her feed now at 500,000 viewers. Elijah boarded the jet, Noor beside him, the USB and drive safe. As the plane lifted off, Dubai's skyline faded, and Elijah knew the real fight was just beginning. In New York, Elijah presented to the UN panel, his evidence projected on a massive screen. The USB and Jamal's drive revealed Horizon's data scheme, implicating executives and global players. Noor's analysis backed his claims, her expertise silencing skeptics. The room buzzed, diplomats whispering as at Cloud Chaser X's live stream hit 1 million viewers, broadcasting the truth worldwide. Horizon's stock plummeted 15%, news outlets scrambling to cover the scandal. Nadia Farouk resigned, her board dissolving under FIA investigation. Elijah's voice was steady. "This isn't about me. It's about every passenger betrayed by Horizon." Amara's memory fueled his words, her dream of justice alive in his fight. The panel pledged action, drafting global data laws inspired by his evidence. Back in Dubai, Faisal and Maria faced suspension, but public support saved their jobs. Jamal emerged as a whistleblower hero, his brother's firing avenged. Elijah's satchel, now empty, held only Amara's photo, a reminder of why he fought. The adventure had shifted from a seat to a stage, and Elijah was rewriting the rules of power. Elijah returned to his Brooklyn loft, exhausted but resolute. Lena greeted him, her eyes worried. "They're coming for Brooks Tech," she said, showing hacking attempts on their servers. Elijah's fight had made enemies, Horizon's allies, powerful and vengeful. He touched Amara's photo, her smile a shield against fear. "We keep going," he said. News of the scandal dominated headlines, but Elijah faced personal attacks. Fake stories called him a fraud, his scholarship roots twisted into lies. Cloud Chaser X countered, her 2 million followers sharing Elijah's journey. "He's one of us, fighting for truth." Dr. Noor called, her voice warm. "You inspired my students. We're coding a data protection app." Elijah smiled, his loneliness easing. A letter arrived from Jamal's mother, thanking him for giving her sons hope. Elijah teared up, Amara's loss raw again. The USB's victory came at a cost, his privacy, his safety. But it was worth it. The adventure was now a personal crusade, and Elijah was ready to face the shadows chasing him. Horizon's allies struck back, filing lawsuits against Brooks Tech for defamation. Elijah's legal team, led by his friend Aisha, fought tirelessly, but the pressure mounted. A mysterious fire damaged Brooks Tech's data center, wiping out backups. Lena's voice shook. This wasn't an accident. Elijah's satchel, now a symbol of resistance, held new evidence. Texts linking Horizon's board to the attack. Cloud Chaser X's live streams kept the public engaged, her 5 million followers crowdfunding Elijah's defense. "He's our hero," she typed, sharing a photo of Elijah at the UN. Dr. Noor's app, Shield Data, launched, protecting users from data theft. Students worldwide adopted it, calling it Elijah's Legacy. But Elijah's dreams were haunted by Amara, her voice urging him to stay strong. A Horizon whistleblower, Sarah, contacted Elijah, offering internal emails proving the board's retaliation. "They'll kill to keep this quiet," she warned, her voice trembling. Elijah met her in secret. The USB now a shared burden. The adventure was a high-stakes chess game, and Elijah was one move from checkmate, or destruction. Elijah met Sarah in a dimly lit New York cafe, her face hidden under a hoodie. She handed him a hard drive. This shows Horizon's board bribed officials to bury the scandal. Elijah's heart raced. The drive was dynamite, but Sarah's fear was palpable. "They're watching me," she whispered. He promised to protect her, Amara's photo grounding his resolve. Dr. Noor and Lena backed up the drive, their encryption unbreakable. As Cloud Chaser X's feed hit 10 million followers, her live stream of Elijah's UN speech replayed globally. "He's changing the world," she typed. But Elijah's phone buzzed, a threat. "Drop the evidence or your family pays." His mother, a retired teacher in Chicago, was now under guard, her safety his priority. A car followed Elijah from the cafe, its headlights menacing. He ducked into an alley, heart pounding, the hard drive safe in his satchel. Sarah's warning echoed, "They'll do anything." The adventure was now a thriller, each step a gamble between truth and survival. Elijah's fight wasn't just for passengers, it was for everyone silenced by power. Elijah's evidence sparked global protests, students and activists picketing Horizon's offices. In Dubai, Faisal led a march, chanting, "Justice for Elijah." At Cloud Chaser X, live-streamed from London, her 20 million followers sharing stories of airline bias. "This is bigger than one man," she typed. Horizon's stock crashed 30%, its brand toxic. Elijah joined a New York rally, his voice amplified. "They denied me a seat to silence me. Don't let them silence you." The crowd roared, Amara's spirit alive in their cheers. Dr. Noor's app hit 1 million downloads, its data alerts exposing more airlines. Sarah emerged publicly, her emails on every news channel, Horizon's board crumbling under scrutiny. But danger loomed. A sniper's laser dot grazed Elijah's chest during the rally, security tackling him to safety. Lena's voice shook. "They're desperate." Elijah clutched his satchel, the hard drive his shield. The adventure was a revolution, and he was its reluctant leader, ready to face the elite's wrath. Elijah testified in a federal court, facing Horizon's board. Aisha presented the USB, Jamal's drive, and Sarah's emails, building a case that stunned the gallery. "They targeted me because I threatened their empire," Elijah said, his voice steady. Amara's photo sat on the table, her smile his strength. At Cloud Chaser X, live-streamed the trial, her 50 million followers glued to every word. Horizon's lawyers smeared Elijah, calling him a vengeful opportunist. But Sarah's testimony broke their defense, her voice trembling as she exposed their bribes. The judge's face hardened, whispers of guilty rippling through the room. Dr. Noor's app flagged real-time hacking attempts on the court's servers, proving Horizon's desperation. The crowd outside chanted, "Elijah! Elijah!" Elijah's mother watched from the gallery, her eyes proud. A threat arrived mid-trial. "Back off, or she's next." Elijah's heart stopped, but he pressed on, Amara's memory unyielding. The adventure was a courtroom thriller, each word a step toward justice or danger. Elijah was fighting for more than a seat. He was fighting for a world where truth won. The verdicts came swiftly. Horizon's board faced 20 years for fraud and conspiracy, Nadia Farouk 10 for corruption. The airline was fined $2 billion. Its assets frozen. Elijah's evidence led to global arrests, the data consortium dismantled. At Cloud Chaser X's live stream hit 100 million viewers, her feed a celebration. Elijah Brooks brought them down. Brooks Tech survived the attacks, its servers rebuilt with Noor's help. Elijah's mother moved to a safe house, her courage mirroring his. Sarah found asylum, her whistleblowing a beacon for others. Jamal's family opened a tech school, funded by Elijah's foundation. Amara's photo hung in its hall, her legacy alive. But Elijah's dreams were restless, new threats lurking. A UN resolution passed, the Brooks Protocol, mandating data transparency for airlines. Elijah's satchel, now empty, held only Amara's photo, a reminder of his cost. The adventure was a triumph, but the scars remained. He was no longer just a CEO, he was a symbol, and the fight wasn't over. Horizon Airways collapsed, its routes sold to ethical competitors. Elijah's foundation launched Sky Equal, funding legal aid for discriminated passengers. At Cloud Chaser X became its ambassador, her 200 million followers spreading its mission. "Elijah showed us how to fight," she typed, sharing a photo of him at a Sky Equal rally. Dr. Noor's app evolved into a global platform, exposing bias across industries. Faisal and Maria joined Sky Equal, training staff on equality. Jamal's tech school thrived, its students coding solutions for justice. Elijah's mother spoke at its opening, her voice strong. "My son fought for you all." Amara's photo watched over them, her dream realized. But Elijah faced new enemies, corporations tied to Horizon's consortium, their threats subtle but real. Lena's team traced their hacks, keeping Brooks Tech safe. Elijah's satchel, now a relic, held a new USB, evidence of a bigger scandal. The adventure was evolving, and he was ready to face the next battle. Elijah visited Amara's grave in Chicago, laying her photo beside it. "We did it, sis," he whispered, tears falling. Her death from a misdiagnosed illness had driven his rise, her dream of equality his fuel. Sky Equal's success was her legacy, but Elijah's heart ached for the life he'd lost. Friends, privacy, peace. At Cloud Chaser X surprised him with a tribute video, 500 million views showcasing his journey. "You're our hero," she typed, her followers donating millions to Sky Equal. Dr. Noor invited him to teach at her university, his lectures inspiring a new generation. Sarah called, her voice steady. "I'm rebuilding my life thanks to you." Elijah smiled, his loneliness fading. A threat arrived, a photo of his mother's new home captioned, "We're watching." Elijah's resolve hardened. He launched a Sky Equal app, crowdsourcing evidence against Horizon's allies. The adventure was personal again, Amara's spirit urging him forward. Elijah was no longer running. He was leading a movement. Elijah spoke at a UN summit, his voice echoing, "They denied me a seat to silence me. Don't let them silence you." The crowd roared, the Brooks Protocol now law in 50 countries. Cloud Chaser RGX live-streamed, her 1 billion followers sharing his words. "He's changing history," she typed, a mural of Elijah unveiled in Dubai. Sky Equal expanded, opening offices in 20 cities. Faisal trained global airlines. Maria led victim advocacy, and Jamal's students coded AI for justice. Dr. Noor's app hit 10 million users, its alerts exposing new scandals. Elijah's mother joined Sky Equal's board, her wisdom guiding its mission. Amara's photo hung in every office, her legacy global. A sniper attack during the summit, Elijah saved by a Sky Equal guard. Lena traced the hit to Horizon's allies, their network vast. Elijah's satchel held a new drive, its secrets his next fight. The adventure was a global thriller, and he was its heart, ready to face the world's shadows. Elijah's new drive revealed a mega-corporation, Apex Global, behind Horizon's data scheme. Lena's team hacked their servers, uncovering ties to global espionage. Cloud Chaser X's feed exposed Apex, her 2 billion followers demanding justice. "Elijah's fighting a monster," she typed, sharing his UN speech. Dr. Noor's app flagged Apex's data breaches. its users rallying to protect victims. Sarah provided Apex emails, risking her life again. Faisal and Maria guarded Elijah, their loyalty unbreakable. Jamal's students built a firewall, shielding Sky Equals servers. Elijah's mother prayed daily, her faith his anchor. Amara's photo watched over them, her spirit fierce. Apex sent assassins to Elijah's hotel, his team thwarting them. Lena's voice shook. "They're everywhere." Elijah launched a Sky Equal campaign, crowdsourcing Apex's crimes. The adventure was a spy thriller, each move a gamble. Elijah's satchel, now a weapon, held the truth, and he was ready to strike. Elijah infiltrated Apex's Dubai HQ, guided by Lena's hacks. Faisal and Maria posed as guards, Noor's app disabling cameras. A Cloud Chaser XX live-streamed from a safe distance, her 5 billion followers watching. "Elijah's risking everything," she typed, sharing a photo of his satchel, now a global symbol. Inside, Elijah found Apex's CEO, Victor Crane, destroying evidence. "You're too late, Brooks," Crane sneered. Elijah uploaded the drive's data live, Noor's app broadcasting it globally. Crane's guards attacked, but Faisal's team fought them off. At Cloud Chaser, X's feed crashed from traffic, the truth unstoppable. Amara's photo fell from the satchel, her smile Elijah's shield. Elijah escaped as FIA raided Apex. Crane arrested. Sky Equals app logged millions of tips, dismantling Apex's network. Elijah's mother hugged him at the airport, her tears proud. The adventure was a triumph, but Elijah knew more battles loomed. He was ready, Amara's legacy his fire. Apex collapsed, its assets funding Sky Equals global expansion. Elijah's foundation launched Amara's Law, protecting data rights worldwide. At Cloud Chaser X became a UN ambassador, her 10 billion followers spreading Elijah's mission. "He's our future," she typed. A statue of Amara unveiled in New York. Dr. Noor's university named its AI lab after Elijah, its students innovating for justice. Faisal and Maria led Sky Equals security. Jamal's school trained thousands. Elijah's mother wrote a memoir, her story inspiring millions. Amara's photo hung in the UN, her dream universal. Elijah's satchel, now retired, held only her memory. New threats emerged. Corporations resisting Amara's law, their hacks relentless. Elijah's team countered, Lena's firewalls unbreakable. The adventure was a new era, Elijah its architect. He wasn't just a CEO, he was a movement, and the world was watching. Elijah married Lena in a quiet Brooklyn ceremony, their bond forged in battle. Cloud Chaser X live-streamed, her 20 billion followers celebrating. "Love wins," she typed, sharing their vows. "We fight for truth together." Dr. Noor gifted them an AI tool, protecting their privacy. Amara's photo sat on the altar, her spirit blessing them. Sky Equals offices thrived, its staff a family. Faisal trained global leaders, Maria advocated for victims, and Jamal's students coded for equality. Elijah's mother mentored young activists, her voice powerful. Sarah rebuilt her life, her courage inspiring others. Elijah's satchel, now a museum piece, symbolized hope, its story taught in schools. Apex's allies sent threats, but Elijah's team was ready. Sky Equals app evolved, exposing new scandals daily. Elijah's dreams were peaceful, Amara's smile his guide. The adventure was a love story, his heart as fierce as his fight. He was building a world where no one was denied their seat. Elijah spoke at a global equality summit, his voice resolute. "They denied me a seat, but I took the skies." The crowd stood, Amara's law now law in 100 countries. At Cloud Chaser X's feed hit 50 billion views. Her mural of Elijah, a global icon. "He's eternal," she typed, sharing his story. Sky Equals app hit 1 billion users. Its alerts ending corruption daily. Dr. Noor's lab trained millions. Faisal's security saved lives. And Maria's advocacy freed victims. Jamal's school graduated thousands, their AI reshaping justice. Elijah's mother led Sky Equals education wing, her wisdom universal. Amara's photo inspired billions, her legacy infinite. New corporations rose, their bias subtle but real. Elijah's team fought on, Lena's AI unyielding. The adventure was a legacy, Elijah its heart. He wasn't just a hero, he was a revolution, and the skies were equal because of him. A new mega corporation, Omnicorp, emerged, its data crimes dwarfing Apex's. Elijah's team hacked their servers, finding ties to global tyranny. At Cloud Chaser X's feed exposed Omnicorp, her 100 billion followers rallying. "Elijah's back," she typed, sharing his plan. A global sting to end Omnicorp's reign. Dr. Noor's app flagged Omnicorp's breaches, Faisal's security guarded Elijah, and Maria's advocacy protected victims. Jamal's students built a virus, crippling Omnicorp's servers. Elijah's mother prayed, her faith his shield. Amara's photo watched over them, her spirit fierce. Elijah's satchel, revived, held a new drive, its secrets his weapon. Omnicorp's assassins struck, Elijah surviving by seconds. Sky Equals app launched a global campaign, crowdsourcing Omnicorp's crimes. The adventure was a final thriller, Elijah's heart pounding. He wasn't fighting for a seat, he was fighting for humanity, and he would win. Elijah led a global sting, infiltrating Omnicorp's HQ. Lena's hacks disabled their defenses. Noor's app broadcasted live. As Cloud Chaser X's feed hit 500 billion views, her voice awed. Elijah's ending corruption forever. Faisal's team fought guards, Maria saved hostages, and Jamal's virus erased Omnicorp's data. Amara's photo fell from the satchel, her smile Elijah's light. Omnicorp's CEO surrendered, arrested live on Noor's app. Sky Equals evidence led to global reforms, Amara's law universal. Elijah's mother hugged him, her tears joyful. At Cloud Chaser, X unveiled a global mural, Elijah and Amara side by side. "They're immortal," she typed, her followers vowing to fight on. Elijah's satchel, now empty, rested in a museum, its story eternal. New threats loomed, but Sky Equals army was ready. The adventure was a victory, Elijah's heart full. He'd turned a denied seat into a new world, and Amara's dream lived in every equal sky. Elijah stood before the UN, his voice echoing. "They denied me a seat, but we claimed the skies." The world cheered. Amara's law protecting billions. Cloud Chaser X's feed hit 1 trillion views, her mural a global shrine. "Elijah's our light," she typed, sharing his story forever. Sky Equals app ended corruption daily, Noor's lab innovated, Faisal's security saved, and Maria's advocacy freed. Jamal's students coded a new era, Elijah's mother mentored millions. Amara's photo hung in every home, her legacy infinite. Elijah's satchel, a relic, inspired dreamers. Its story taught in stars. Elijah walked with Lena, their children dreaming under equal skies. New battles awaited, but Sky Equals fire burned bright. The adventure was eternal. Elijah, its soul. He'd fought for a seat and won a world. Amara's smile lighting the way forever.